QueenCityPodcastNetwork.com.
Yo, what's cracking? What's cracking, Panther Nation? What's popping with y'all, man? Yo, all is well here. Just finished up with Panthers Training Camp, back in the building, as you all know. I was in Vegas for a little bit, Dave and I, but we back in the building. And yeah, man, lots to talk about. Some injuries that are definitely occurring. I see some of y'all are saying some stuff that I didn't even know yet. It's talking about Sam. I didn't even see what happened. Is y'all talking about Sam Franklin? What happened to Sam Franklin? Because I didn't see that. I know I did see Dawood Davis go down with a nice injury. It was he was down for a while. And I think what I saw on the report was that it was a hamstring. Oh, Sam broke his foot. Wow, I didn't even know that. Oh, on Saturday, bro. I had no idea, bro. I had no idea. Jeez. Man, I gotta get caught back up. I gotta get back in the game, bro. Damn, I had no idea. Sam broke his foot. I appreciate y'all for letting me know. I had no idea, bro. No clue. Damn, that sucks. Sam was definitely a special teams guy. And he's working his way into getting more playing time. Had that pick 6 last year. So that really sucks for Sam Franklin. Hope all is well. Also, shout out to Dawood Davis, who's also dealt with I think he dealt with a hamstring or something. He had collided with another guy, was down for a nice little bit. We want to make sure we get out of these practices, man. This is where you start to get a little concerned about folks. You know what I mean? Getting injured, and we got to make sure we're careful. Got to make sure we're very careful. But a good practice today. It started out with a heavy rain. Man, we thought it was going to rain throughout the entire practice. It did not. I got there about 8:30. It wasn't raining. As soon as we kind of got settled under the shelter, it started raining like cats and dogs out there. The rain was heavy. Eventually, it did stop. It did stop raining right before practice. The sun popped out a little bit, but everything was good. Everything was good, man. And yeah, man. My man said, Justin Simmons, you are a Panther. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get that. I think Sam was more of a rotational guy. We have our 2 starters, so I don't think that they're gonna go out and sign Justin Simmons because Sam Franklin got hurt. I don't want to be Debbie Downer, but I know he's still out there too. But I don't see that as something that's going to happen personally. I think he's a rotation. Sam is a rotational guy. But anyway, again, I was not able to listen to the press conferences, but according to you all, Canales feels that Sam Franklin will be back. So yeah. All right. So let's talk about today's practice. Everything was good. From an autographs perspective, I'm rounding out the rookie football. I was able to get Trevin Wallace today. Also got a signed JC Horn jersey. That will be given away soon, so JC Horn signed for your boy today. Shout out to JC. A lot of guys were with their families today, so they didn't really sign too much. But that's the name of the game. You got to get out there every day. You get who you can get, and you don't throw a fit. It is what it is. Sometimes the players don't sign like that, but it's all good. It's all good. So shout out to the autographs. That was dope. Okay. All right. Let's get into some of the other observations that I got into. I got my notes, my handy dandy notes here. One thing that I did notice today was with special team walkthroughs. They started out special team walkthroughs. I saw a fake punt. Shout out to Hecker. It was loosening his arm up today. Saw him throw a couple of passes. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised you see those good old fashioned, fake punts from Johnny Hecker, like we seen him do with the Rams. He can throw the football. We talked about that as being an advantage. We haven't quite seen it too much with the Panthers, if at all. Maybe 1 or 2 fake punts with Hecker, but haven't seen it very often. They were doing some run throughs with fake punts, so that was dope. A little razzle dazzles there. ISM was first up for returning punts, and then after that was Devin Tompkins. So Devin Tompkins, who I haven't really gave my opinion on since we signed him, but I'll save that for tomorrow. We got to have some content to save during our live show tomorrow. With that being said, man, shout out to everybody that hit that subscribe button on the last video. Subscribers went up, so I do appreciate that. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button so that the algorithm does pick up your boys, and we continue to make this thing happen. All right, so hit that subscribe button if you have already done so. So Devin Tompkins was next up behind ISM. So that was good stuff there. As far as an 11 on 11s, I'm going to go through the 11 on 11s and I'll kind of give my thoughts on what I did see because I did like some of the things I saw from the offense. I think the offensive line started to gel a little bit. The pressures weren't too crazy like they were last time. But I'll go through these 11 on 11s and I'll take some questions. All right. So Bryce Young, first 11v11, part one. He had an incomplete screen pass to Diontae Johnson, excuse me, man. Jesus Christ. Incomplete screen pass to Diontae Johnson. I'm not sure what happened. It looked like a miscommunication. I'm not sure if they I'm not sure what the read was, but I don't know how you had an incomplete screen pass. But I think it was a miscommunication. So I'm gonna chop it up to miscommunication on the screen pass to Diontae Johnson. There was a toss to Miles Sanders, flag on the play there, outside run, play action, intermediate completion to Ian Thomas. So Ian Thomas downfield a little bit. Bryce Young scrambled around, rolled out, and hit Ian Thomas on a nice intermediate, probably 15, 20-yard pass. So that was dope. Then we saw a reverse to Legette. We're starting to see a lot of reverse plays to Legette, a lot of misdirection. One thing you're starting to see, if you're very familiar with the Miami Dolphins offense, you're that misdirection, that pre-snap motion. I saw a lot of that today. It's a lot of trickery. Sometimes Legette will come in motion. Sometimes he'll get the reverse, and sometimes he won't. It's somebody else to have the ball. Sometimes I caught myself trying to find the play, which is dope because that's something we were complaining about under Frank Reich offense. There was no pre-snap movement. Even going back to Matt Rule, no pre-snap. There was no. I mean, you could literally predict what the Panthers were going to do because there was no movement. There was no identification whether the play was going to be the defense was going to run zone versus man. So a lot of good motion from the. This is a lot. I saw that a lot today. It's something I did not see the first day we were out there, but today we saw a lot of pre-snap motion, a lot of confusion, a lot of confusion. All right, so that was the end of Bryce Young part one. Again, we'll recap that one more time. Incomplete screen pass to Diontae Johnson. Toss play to Miles Sanders. And play action. Intermediate completion to Ian Thomas and reverse to Xavier Legette. Part two, 11 on 11s. Part one. Excuse me. Part one for Andy Dalton. My bad. 11 on 11s. Inside run to Blackshear. Inside run, and Mike Boone bounced it outside for a nice little run. Another reverse to Legette. So Legette, again, is getting reps with the ones and twos. That's dope. Inside run to Jaden Sheridan. So Jaden Sheridan running with the twos. That's dope to see. In comes Plummer. 11v11. Part one for him. Play action dump to Mike Boone, and then an inside run to Rashad Penny. All right. So then next up we had 7 on 7s. So Bryce Young, 7 on 7, part one. Incomplete pass, deep pass to Diontae Johnson. Not a good play there. I think Bryce Young overthrew him. Not sure what you could tell. Diontae was a little frustrated. But again, that connection is still developing. So we're not overly concerned there. Then incomplete pass to Terrace Marshall was broken up by Dane Jackson. Dane Jackson had a decent day today. Again, I know some of us are worried about that depth, that corner depth. But I think we're gonna be all right. I don't know. It's hard to see the pads were not on, so it's a little bit difficult to say. But Dane Jackson, excuse me, had a really good pass break up there against Terrace Marshall. It was a short throw, but Dane was right there to break that play up. So then there was a complete intermediate pass to Adam Thielen, and then another complete short pass to Jonathan Mingo. Jonathan Mingo and Terrace Marshall both had great days today. Let me hit this super chat real quick. Railroad Man, does Canales have Young under center at all? I'm not seeing too much. I'm not seeing too much of Young under center, to be honest with you. That's a great question. I really wasn't paying too much to formations like that because it moves so quick, but I didn't see too much of it, to be honest with you. Didn't see too much of it. That's something I'll pay attention more to tomorrow. But great question. Here we go. So Dalton, sorry, I got a text, so I got a little distracted. Dalton 7-on-7s, part one. Complete deep pass to Terrace Marshall. Terrace Marshall had a great route. He beat, I forgot who he was playing against. I think it was Lamar Jackson. I'm not sure. But it was a complete deep pass, pretty throw. I think the Panthers posted that throw actually on their Twitter. But there was a great deep pass to Terrace Marshall for a touchdown from Andy Dalton in 7-on-7s. It was a complete short pass to Mike Strawn, complete short pass to Stephon Sullivan, then a complete short dump off to Jaden Sheridan. So good. Andy Dalton had a good set of 7-on-7s. Very good there. And then Plummer had a 7-on-7. He had 3 plays. Didn't look too good for Plummer in his 7-on-7s. He had plays that were blown dead twice because he held onto the football too long. Couldn't find, either somebody wasn't getting open, which I saw players open, but hey, who am I? I'm sitting in the bleachers. But it appears that Plummer was holding on to the football way too long. So he had 2 consecutive plays that were blown dead due to holding on to the football too long or not being able to find nobody being open. I did see Coker in on those plays, but again, no one there to complete the pass to. And then there was another complete short pass to Jordan Matthews from Plummer in that set of 7-on-7s. All right. Then we had Bryce Young come back in for 11v11. So part 2 for him. Inside run to Chuba Hubbard. Intermediate complete pass to Jonathan Mingo. Intermediate completion to Terrace Marshall, which was a dime. It was a dime, bro. I like that throw. Tight window throw to Terrace Marshall. I think Bryce Young started to get a little comfortable. But what I'm starting to see here as these 11-on-11s progress each day, I'm starting to see the football being pushed further and further down the field. That's something we didn't see in day one. And again, I wasn't there the previous 2 practices, so I can't attest to what was going on there. But in this practice, I started to see Bryce Young look a little bit further downfield. I haven't seen any major bombs thrown. I think he had 1 in 7-on-7s, but there isn't anything way, way deep. Pause. But they are pushing the football a little bit downfield, so that's good to see. And then this last play, I'm not sure what happened. Either was a hell of a job on the play action or was blown dead. And I can't recall what happened on that play. I'm not sure what happened. I believe what happened was it would have been a sack on a play action, and I think they just blew the play dead. So I don't recall what happened in that set of plays, and on that last play for Bryce Young in 11-on-11 part 2. Then Andy Dalton comes in. He had an incomplete deep pass to Terrace Marshall. There was an inside run to Mike Boone, a check down completion to Mike Boone, then an outside run to Rashad Penny. Okay. Then Plummer had a set of 11-on-11s for part 2, inside run to Jaden Sheridan. Then he had a check down completion to Jaden Sheridan. So Sheridan, the running backs are getting a lot of love, a lot of check downs to the running backs. So that's good to see. Then Bryce Young came back in for part 3, 11v11s. All right. So intermediate completion to Xavier Legette. There was a flag on the play. I believe it was defensive holding in the backfield. So I'm talking about pass interference. It was something that happened deep in the secondary, but I don't think it impacted the play at all. So it would have been a first down for the Panthers either way. Inside run for Hubbard, inside run for Sanders, quick pass to ISM. One thing I'm noticing with these running backs, a lot of rotation, a lot of guys getting a lot of love. Hubbard and Sanders are getting the bulk of the backfield, so that's good to see. Again, we're not relying on one individual player. A lot of these guys are getting a lot of reps, and I expect to see that throughout camp. Dalton comes in for 11v11s, part 3. He had an outside run for Blackshear, short completion to Xavier Legette, inside run for Rashad Penny. Then they had some trickery. They had a flea flicker. Jonathan Mingo with the throw. It was ended up being broken up by the defense, but a little trickery. That's what I saw today. I saw them practice, even in run and walkthroughs. They were practicing some trickery. So I think this offense is starting to try to, they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to throw some sauce and some razzle dazzle in their plays. That's good to see. Good to see. And then 11v11 part 4, they had an inside run for Hubbard. And then Bryce Young came back in. So typically Bryce Young comes in to get the last step or the last couple plays for 11v11s. So he came in inside run for Hubbard. Then he had a nice intermediate completion over the middle to Adam Thielen. So good stuff. Good stuff, man. It was good stuff. Good practice for the offense. Much better practice than it was for the first practice that I saw. Offensive line was struggling a little bit. This practice, the offensive line seemed to have a better practice. And I felt like there was a lot of trickery in the offense. A lot of, and I think that's what's going to help this offense. There was a lot of movement pre-snap, a lot of confusion. You don't know who has the football, a lot of play action. So I like it. Good practice for the offense today. And again, defense had a good practice. Even Clowney's still getting pressure, but we ain't going to know that until tomorrow. Because guess what happens tomorrow? The click-clack. Click-clack is going down tomorrow. Pads are coming on tomorrow, so it's going to be a great practice. Great practice. Can't wait to see that physicality. You're probably going to see the defense win some reps, so don't be surprised when the physicality comes in. Again, we said it earlier, the offense is going to be a little bit behind the defense, and that's okay. But we're going to want to see our offense win some plays. Terrace Marshall, if I had to name a player of the day, it's got to be Terrace Marshall. Terrace Marshall is putting together, he's on the thumbnail of this video. He's having a hell of a camp. We talked about him having to have that Brent Burson, that training camp monster. He's having that camp. He's out 20, 30 minutes after practice, playing, getting some reps in, getting on the jugs. Him and Mingo are like freaking frack. They're together a lot. Mingo's with him after practice as well. That's good to see. Bryce Young also staying after practice a while. Diontae Johnson stayed at the practice for a while too. So it's all good, man. I like these receivers. This set of receivers is really going to help out Bryce. I think there was the connection between Diontae and Bryce wasn't there today. I think it wasn't obviously in one-on-ones and some other stuff, but when it came to 11-on-11s, it wasn't quite it. It wasn't quite it. So listen, we're talking about TMJ last chance. He's damn sure taking advantage of it. So here's what I'm thinking, bro. Like this in the back of my head, because it's not just about how he plays right now in training camp, right? Training camp is great. He can have a great monster training camp. And if he does, I wonder if the Panthers are going to try to ship him out. I wonder if they're trying to elevate his stock to get him traded. I don't know. I don't see when I look at it from a team building standpoint, yes, from an X's and O's standpoint, he's playing great right now. He's playing great. But when you add the team building aspect to it, where does TMJ fit? Because this is a contract year for him. If he has a monster season, are you going to re-sign him? Are you going to, because you put all your eggs in the Diontae Johnson basket. You call him your number one. You're going to feed Diontae Johnson. You're going to feed Diontae. You said he was the man in this offense. You've already said it. So if you feed him like the man, then he's going to get the man production. Okay, so is Terrace Marshall going to get 400 or 500 yards this season? Is that going to be enough to get him re-signed? Can you get more value? Or I'm going to say value. Can you get something back in return by trading him? Because you still got Mingo. You still got Thielen. You've got a lot of guys on this roster. You still got ISM. So my question is, although he's having a fantastic camp, is it going to translate to reps in the regular season? And if not, what can you get for TMJ? He already said he wanted out last year, right? But things may have changed because of the offense, new offense. Things may have changed. I just got questions. I just have questions on where he fits. If in my brain, if all were to the plan, according to plan, if everything for the Panthers goes according to plan, Diontae's your number one. He has 1,000 plus yards, right? Then you got you're gonna want your number one draft pick to get some love, right? So you're gonna want Xavier Legette to get in there and get, I would say, a successful season for Legette, 600-700 yards. Then Thielen is gonna probably get some share. Like, he's a 1,000-yard receiver last year. He's gonna get something. I say 400 or 500 yards for Thielen, because I believe the bulk is gonna go to Diontae Johnson. Then you still got Mingo, who we ain't said nothing about, right? Where does Terrace Marshall? Then you got ISM, who's going to get some trickery plays. So I just have questions about, if everything goes to plan, where does TMJ fit in this offense? Because are you just keeping him to keep him, right? Or are you propping his value up to get something in return? Whether it's I don't know, a 6th, 7th round. I don't know. I'm just 5th rounder. I'm just talking out my ass. I don't know. But there's going to be teams out there going to be waiting for guys to get cut. They're not going to trade. This is training camp season. There are going to be so many bodies out there cut at the end of training camp. Why would I go out there and trade? This guy would have to be incredible. Yeah, I mean, so I just got questions, and what I don't want to do is, I don't want to take away from TMJ in this camp, because he's having an amazing camp so far, and we're 4 days into camp, we're 4 practices in. He's having an amazing camp, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. He's balling right now. Don't get me wrong, he is balling out of his mind, but I just got question as to where he fits if everything goes all well. So, and again, and the great point by somebody said, hey, this is a heavy run. This is a heavy run, gonna be a heavy run offense too. So if Chuba's getting a lot of carries, and then you got Miles getting a nice little share of carries. Jonathan Brooks, even, he hasn't practiced yet. I'm sure he's gonna get activated soon, I hope. So I just got questions. That's all. I just got questions. Somebody gotta go. Everybody can't eat. Everybody can't eat is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. My man said, wait until preseason. Absolutely. We got to see. We got to see. We got to see. Again, I don't want to take away from Terrace Marshall's camp. Please, y'all hear me out. I'm just asking questions as to where he fits if everything goes according to plan. That's all. That's all. Which wide receivers want to block? Well, that's a great point too. Mingo should be able to block. And Legette he should be able to move some bodies. Yeah, I mean, so it's great questions. It's all great questions. I think TMJ can block too. So we'll see what happens with Terrace Marshall. But again, some that speaks to some of the UDFAs. I think Coker is having great practices, right? I think he's having, when I watch him on individual drills and one-on-ones, he's doing what he got to do. But I got questions of where he fits too, to be honest with you. And we love Jalen Coker on this show. Again, all biases. I put my biases out on the table. Friend of the show. You know what I mean? Gave me the little salute today. You know what I mean? So, friend of the show. I love Jalen Coker, but I got questions about where his role. We would have to keep 7. Yeah, Sanders is balling. I seen Sanders with the 2s. I seen Sanders. Sanders is playing well, bro. I think Ian Thomas also is playing halfway decent. Tight ends they're gonna eat. Tight ends are gonna eat. In order for Coker to stick, we got to keep 7. We're gonna have to keep 7. ISM, I believe, is gonna stick. He's getting some plays. So this is good. This is a good problem to have, y'all. Good problem to have. We're talking about good, solid wide receiver depth. That's a great. We haven't been able to say that in a while. If it all goes to plan and Canales is able to develop these guys, we're gonna be sitting. We're gonna be sitting pretty good here. We're gonna be sitting pretty good. So I'm not complaining one bit. This is a good problem to have, for sure. Good problem to have. Other observations, y'all. One of the observation, and everybody's talking about it on Twitter. If you read some of the beat writers and all that good stuff, this kicker battle might be done, yo. I know we was all in on the thicker kicker. We was all in on the thicker kicker, bro, but it might be a wrap for him, bro. It might be a wrap. It might be a wrap. I don't think Eddie Pinheiro is 5 for 5 on field goals again today. My man, according to Joe Person, said he ain't missed the kick this entire camp. Eddie Pinheiro has not missed a field goal this entire camp. Yeah, I mean, so I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just letting y'all know the thicker kicker. I think he's missed a couple. I think that was an individual drill, so I don't know if that counts. But I believe this kicker battle. Maybe Pinheiro was right. Maybe the holdout was a good thing for him. Maybe he played his cards right. My man said he don't miss ... in camp. In camp, that's true. It's different. Again, I think Eddie was put in a lot of successful position. He's been put in position to succeed last year. We didn't make him kick 50+ yarders like that. He wasn't challenged like that. Exactly. Exactly right, James. You read my mind. They're not making him kick over 45 then. Exactly. That's exactly right. Hey, Joe, my man Joel was right. He's right. Thicker kicker looked down in the dumps walking out of practice today. He was walking by himself. You had the whole special teams crew, JJ, Hecker, and Pinheiro walking together. Mavis back behind the crew. This stuff matters, bro. These body language things, this stuff matters. It really does. Like that's the stuff that nobody really talks about. Everybody wants to talk about X's and O's and who's playing what, but the body language stuff does matter. And my man Joel's right. I can't butcher your name, my bro. My bad, bro. And I met you today too. Did you get that Bryce Young autograph that you were waiting for? Did you get that Bryce autograph you was waiting for, my man? Shout out to Dunk. Dunk, I heard you was pulling up tomorrow. Playing the holdout game when you're making 1 M is a losing game for Eddie. Hey, it is what it is. He right now he winning. He's winning that kicker battle, bro. My man Robert said he made a 60+ joint on Saturday. We'll see, bro. We'll see. We'll see. My man said, "Are they bullying the poor guy?" Man, I don't know. The body language, it matters, bro. Body language tomorrow. I mean, the body language matters. My bad. I was reading ahead. So shout out to Dunk. You're gonna be here tomorrow. Shout out to Dunk, man. All I'm gonna say is this, and shout out to all my content creators out there. Y'all be careful with the recording, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. They out in these streets. Be careful. They got security everywhere. Shout out to Panthers on Tap. I believe they was dropping some videos today. Matter of fact, I think they hit up one of the guys from C3 and asked them to remove their videos today. So just be on the lookout. It ain't me. I learned my lesson last year, bro. It ain't me. Bro. I ain't posting nothing. All I'm doing is play-by-play recaps. That's all I got. So it ain't me, bro. Shout out to the Panthers. Salute if y'all watching. It ain't me, dog. I'm just recapping what I see. So just be careful. To all my Panthers content creators, do you, but just be careful. You know what I mean? Shout out to Knucklehead K. We were sitting together today. Shout out to Knucklehead K. We was vibing today. Nah, I'm good, bro. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke with nobody, bro. No smoke. I don't want no problems. But anyway, as far as practice today, I thought it was great, man. Great practice is developing. We're getting better. Love all the pre-snap motion. Love the movement of the offense. It's starting to come together a little bit, and we'll know tomorrow. We're gonna know tomorrow. Click clack is gonna be happening. The click clack is gonna be happening, bro. The click clack is going to be happening. Jonathan Brooks still in shorts. He ain't doing nothing. They haven't activated him yet. I'm sure when the time is right, when he's healthy, they'll get him out there. As of right now, it's a no-go. It's a no-go. My man said, am I gonna rep the step back shirt for the first home game? No, I'm chilling. My Tep ain't really gave me no reason to hate. I'm chilling right now. I love training camp in Charlotte. I think it's dope, a dope experience. I ain't got no complaints. I think we're heading in the right direction. So I'm gonna save my complaints for later. I'm later. I'm good. I'm assuming it was a vet day for Shaq. He was on the sideline today. It was a couple of folks. I think a couple of folks were in shorts today. I'm assuming it was a vet day. That's all I don't. It's just an assumption. I didn't listen to the press conferences yet, so I don't know. But good stuff. I love what the tight ends are doing right now. I think Trimble is out. I believe I saw he had an injury. He's dealing with. Shaq is sick. Yeah, he looked fine. Well, he's sick. I'm gonna say he's sick because he was over there talking to some of the folk earlier today. I don't know what he's dealing with. Let me chill. But he looked okay when he was over there talking to the people. He signed a few autographs today too. Shout out to Shaq. If he's sick, get well soon. All right. So with that said, man, I think I'm good. That's all I got. I got some stuff I need to do. But yeah, man, running backs are fine. People asking about the running backs, they look good. Chuba's running hard. I think he's definitely RB1. Miles looking decent. I think he'll get some reps. You're seeing a lot of catches out the backfield from the running back. Sheridan looks good. He's getting a lot of opportunity. Mike Boone getting a lot of opportunity. I think Penny's on the back half of getting the reps. But obviously we know why he's here for veteran presence. And yeah, I saw that Franklin broke his foot. Man, salute. Hope get well soon. Like Sam Franklin a lot. And again, he's that special teams guy who was working on getting on the field. Had to pick 6 last year. So we did talk about that earlier in the show. So shout out to Sam Franklin, bro, and hope we get well soon. Corbett has looked fine at center. I haven't seen any bobble snaps or anything like that. Unless I missed one today. There was one play I missed, and it could have been a bad snap from Corbett to Bryce, but I couldn't see what happened. I'm not sure what happened on that play, but outside of that play, which I don't know what it was, so I don't want to attribute that to a bad snap. Corbett's looked good. He's looked solid. I saw Jordan Matthews get some love. He got some love with the threes today with Plummer. Plummer, I think, delivered a nice little throw to him. But I think that was partly because we didn't see Trimble. So I think, he had to step up. So I think that opportunity, he took advantage of opportunities. Let's just say that. Yeah, injuries, agree. Injuries is a concern for Corbett, but he played well. He's playing well so far. No concerns as of right now. Just, again, he's got to bounce back from that injury. But you're absolutely right. All right. With that said, man, I got to shut this thing down. I got a couple other things I got to do, man. I appreciate y'all hopping on the stream. Be back tomorrow. We will be again live right after the day 5 ends. But we'll holler at y'all if y'all got any questions. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up in the comments. I'll reply to all the comments that I can in due time. So again, hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, get in the comments, all that stuff, man. We'll holler at y'all tomorrow. We'll holler at y'all. Peace out.